this is the 50 random facts about me tag, which is basically where I share 50 random facts about me with you guys. And as always, I'm a little bit late with this tag. It has been going around quite a bit, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyway because I would love for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. And one thing that I've been doing when I watch these tags, because I've watched a ton of them in the past 2 weeks, is I kind of go along and like keep a tally in my head of how many of the other person's facts also apply to me. So I would love for you guys, as you're going along listening to all my facts, if any of them apply to you too, just sort of add them up and then in the comments below let me know how many of my facts apply to you as well, because I'd love to see who's, I guess, the closest in personality to me. I thought that would be kind of fun. So now that I've got my requisite rambly intro over, let's get started. I have to sleep with some form of light on, and no, it's not because I'm scared of the dark or because I believe there are monsters in my closet. It is because that in any kind of pitch black place I feel extremely claustrophobic and I can't work out where the door is, and that makes me panic. I don't now, nor have I ever drank soft drink or soda or pop or fizzy drink or whatever you call it. It's something to do with the bubbles. I don't like the way that they tingle. I am extremely afraid of needles. Just talking about them or seeing them on TV freaks me out, and the only way that I can have a needle is if I am knocked out on general anaesthetic. I have a business degree. My favourite dessert is apple pie. I absolutely love it, and some years on my birthday I put candles in an apple pie and have that as my birthday cake. I can't stand to make my bed, ever. And the only time I make my bed is if I'm filming and you can see it in the background. I've never been in love. I am the paparazzi of my friends. I take photos of everybody at every event. I take photos of everything, of food, of the place, of just, I don't know, I feel like I need to capture the entire event in photos. And I couldn't even tell you how many photos I have. I would be in the thousands, maybe even the tens of thousands of photos. I am a master French toast maker. If I had a signature dish, French toast definitely would be it. I have an extremely eclectic taste in music. For me, it's all about the song. I find it really hard to let things go, and I have a really long memory. It's something that I'm trying to work on. I am a little bit of a tech geek. Well, maybe a bigger bit of a tech geek. I love getting new phones or new technology and working out how to use them. It's really exciting for me. Does that make me sad? If given the choice, I could eat breakfast food for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I love the idea of a 24-hour breakfast diner. I'm pretty good at memorizing things, song lyrics, speeches, things like that. I remember in high school I would memorize a 5-minute speech, and even though I'd have palm cards, I would just say it back verbatim, not even look at my palm cards. I guess that makes me kind of sad or weird too. I discovered beauty videos on YouTube because Taylor Swift said that she watched them. I don't know if I necessarily believe in the various superstitions that are out there, but I don't like to break them just in case, so I won't walk under a ladder, and I don't like stepping on cracks, and if somebody spills the salt, I will throw it over my shoulder. I am extremely uncoordinated. I can fall over in flat shoes on a smooth surface with nothing in my way. I can trip on imaginary objects, but then I have these random moments where I do this really extremely coordinated thing, and I like to think that all my coordination is just stored up for those random moments where I can catch a ball in my left hand that's coming from me from behind or something random like that. My favourite show ever was Alias, and for a while there I secretly wanted to be a spy. I was supposedly conceived at the snow, but since then I've never actually seen the snow in real life. I actually really don't like to think about that. I am terrible at texting people back. I mean, I am completely horrible at it. At any one time, including right now, there is somebody who I need to text back and I haven't yet. So if that is you, I apologise. I know I'm bad. I'm sorry. I had braces for 2 years in high school, however I still have crooked teeth. I once abseiled down a skyscraper for charity. At one point when I was a teenager, all my walls were covered in movie posters, those A4 size ones that you pull out of magazines. I really love movies. For me, crying is contagious. If you cry, I'm most likely to start crying with you. Growing up, I always wanted to work behind the scenes in either TV or movies, so when DVDs came about, I was always super excited to see behind the scenes special features, and I would always watch them first before I actually watched the movie. I am the best at keeping secrets, if I don't say so myself. When I was younger, like really little, I used to tell the time in Humphrey shows, which was basically a Humphrey B. Bear show was half an hour. So if something was going to take an hour and a half, that would be 3 Humphrey shows in Rachel time. If you haven't already guessed, I'm a bit of a homebody, I guess, since I sit in front of the camera regularly and talk to you guys rather than talk to actual people. But part of me wishes that I was a bit more of a party animal. I mean, I'm 24 years old, so I probably should be out in the clubs or whatever, but to be honest, they make me kind of nervous. I got my driver's license on the very first go, however I didn't take the test until I was 18. I literally have the palate of a 3-year-old, and if I could, I would eat off the kids menu 99% of the time. I am an Aries, however, every time I read the descriptions of an Aries, I really don't think that that suits me at all. I have literally the worst sense of direction. I need a map to go basically anywhere. However, if I do have a map, I am really good at reading it. I can put tomato sauce or ketchup for you Americans on pretty much anything. Well, almost. I probably wouldn't put it on ice cream, but I could put it on most meals. I used to have really curly hair as a child, however now it is almost straight and I just curl it every day. You wouldn't guess it based on the fact that I probably come across fairly confident on YouTube, or at least now that I've had a little bit of practice, but I'm actually really shy in social situations until somebody else talks to me. If you talk to me first, then I will just start treating you like you're my best friend and like we've known each other for ages, but I'm always really scared to make the first move because I always feel like people are just so much cooler than me and that they won't want to talk to me, but then when they start to talk to me, then we're like friends, we're BFF. I don't like seafood at all, so it's probably not a good idea to take me to a seafood restaurant. I regularly laugh out loud when I read books, even if I'm in public places, like on the train. So usually people think I'm weird on the train because I'm laughing out loud at nothing. When I was 3 years old, I accidentally shaved off one of my eyebrows with my dad's razor. I totally and 100% support gay rights. Up until I was 16 or 17 years old, I didn't even realize that gay people couldn't get married. I just assumed that they could because it just seemed so fine to me. I didn't think that we were kind of that backwards in this society. So now I fully support it and I hope that one day everybody can get married to whoever they want. I lived in the same house for the first 22 years of my life. I can't do any accents on cue, but I do tend to mimic the accent of the person that I'm talking to. So if I'm talking to an American, I start to get an American twang in my accent. Or if I'm talking to an English person, I start to sound a little bit more English. Does that make sense? Birds scare the absolute hell out of me because when I was younger, I used to ride my bike heaps and I've been swooped over 10 times. So now any kind of bird, even if it's like a family pet flying around, freaks me out. I own more than 100 nail polishes. Actually, I probably own more than 200 nail polishes, which is crazy because that is more nail polish than anybody will need in a lifetime. Probably anybody would need in 2 lifetimes. I think TiVo is the best invention since sliced bread. My least favourite subject was PE. And that probably had something to do with the whole lack of coordination thing. My first job was working in retail selling costume jewellery at a store called Diva. Tulips are my favourite flowers. I don't even have a boyfriend, but I've already picked out my kids' names. Does that make me kind of weird? My favourite word is serendipity. And finally, I am one of those annoying people who memorises the lines in movies and then has to say them along with the movie as I watch it. Even if I'm with someone else. And even if they're annoyed. And I can usually sing along to the songs in the background too. So that's it. That's 50 facts about me. How many of those facts applied to you? Let me know in the comments below, as well as let me know one random fact about you so I can get to know you a little bit better. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and I tag all of you to do it if you would like to leave me a video response. Other than that, I hope you're well and I will see you all next time. Bye!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I generally can't put mascara on without my mouth open. Where am I up to? This is why you shouldn't go out and order Rachel with help. Is that an interesting fact? I don't know if it is. I don't like it when... Wait, what was I saying? My favourite dessert is apple pie. And I absolutely love it. I love it. Now I want apple pie. Yeah. Okay.
2 bonus facts facts for you guys. 1, my name is Rachel, and 2, I am Australian. I feel like I have to point that out because if you're new to my channel, somebody invariably always thinks that I'm from England or Britain or sometimes even New Zealand. I don't quite know why, but just so you know, I'm Australian and I would love it if you would subscribe. Just click the link below and I will be your BFF forever. Wait, isn't that kind of redundant? BFF means best friend forever. So I'll be your best friend forever, forever. I have to work on that.